19th of February, 2:30 p.m. CET. Piotr here, my pleasure to be with you, and we are going to make an update on the Canadian dollar based on the CPI publication. I'm looking for a possibility to trade live either USDCad to the downside or CADJPY to the downside, right? So we are going to discuss, and I'm going to explain what I'm looking for. All right. So basically, first thing first is that we have to check the numbers. So let's have a look what we have. Okay. Looking what we got. Not big price action going on currently on the CAD post data. .4 CPI versus 2.3 expected. In the meantime, we have US PPI 2.1 versus 1.6 estimate. So that's the combination which might be the reason we're staying well, almost without the move. Let's have a look on the details. Uh, 2.4 estimation, 2.3 previous, 2.2 month to month, 0.3 expectation, 0.2 previous prior reading 0 core as expected. So well, yeah, we will see. So that's going to be more like sentiment driven. Anyway, let's have a look what we have from the USDCad perspective. Well, I do not expect a huge move to the downside here, all right, on the Canadian dollar. If you remember, we were discussing some time ago, there was some kind of the consolidation going on, right? And inside this consolidation, we had some stop count to the upside, stop count to the downside, right? So I do expect some kind of the stop count to the upside. So at least 34.20, 34.50, if not higher, that could be the target. But because of the latest rejection, I think that 50% of that consolidation is going to be retested. Why? We have very nice Riley-based rally, and we have the latest weakness here. So retest of 31.80, 31.55, that's what I'm looking for. So for now, short term, based on the combination of the yesterday upper shadow, as you can see, and attempt to break below yesterday low, I think we might retest the lower levels again, 31.80, 31.55. That's what I'm looking for, and then straight to the upside higher from here. But that's medium term. Short term, I'm looking for a possibility to sell from somewhere around 30 to 40, all right, with a very tight stop, and I'm gonna to look for levels down towards 31, 80, 31, 60, let's say, that way, right? So that's the way I'm looking at the USDCad. Completely different thing is when it comes to the Canadian yen. Here I'm looking for an immediate reason for selling opportunity. Especially taking into the consideration the price action here to the upside, right? So what we have here is the latest market strength, and I would like to see retest of that level, which is going on right here, right now, and I want to see some kind of the failure, meaning that I might, you know, I may have, it could be that I have to be patient a bit and wait towards the end of the day, because what I would like to see, I would like to see even higher levels, maybe 20 pips higher towards 83.80, I'm sorry, and then a creation of the upper shadow here, right? So some kind of the confirmation on some kind of the failure, because then that's gonna provide me the levels when it comes to the entry and the stop, so I can switch to the lower time frame and I can easily navigate based on that. So well, not big moves as of now. Let's switch on, in both cases, let's switch to the lower time frame. Let's have a look what we have on a smaller time frame here. There is a market is trying to fight with the lower shadow, so the bulls are trying to step in here, and of course we have parabolic move on the yen crosses this morning. One of the reasons I think was yesterday rejection of this Apple revenue miss warning, because the Apple made the low right at the cash open, right? But well, we were discussing this yesterday. That's possible that you know, it might be delay reaction. There are some new coronavirus cases in Japan, outside of China actually, because it looks like the situation in China a bit stabilized last night. So that's not that bad, right? Not that bad. So here, well, I'm not gonna look to do anything here ahead of the cash open in US, right? So, well, go guys, higher. Then I will switch and look for some kind of the opportunities. As you can see, not from the daily, but going lower on the 4-hour chart, we also have some kind of the nice possible liquidity towards 84 and a little bit above 84. So that could be the upper shadow we were talking about, based on the move above current level, right? So very interesting thing what's going to happen inside that zone over the course of the New York session, all right? So that's the, well, key thing. And basically, you know, because of the US long weekend, right? There is a data publication is moved by 1 day. So when it comes to the oil data, which might support or might reject the activity on the Canadian dollar, right? Don't forget that today we are not going to get the today the thing related to the EA. We are going to get API at the end of the session in US, 30 minutes after the session in US, right? So it's worth to mention about that, and especially that we've seen some bullish activity lately when it comes to the oil, right? So I'm watching carefully. Right here, right now, we'll see what's going to happen. No action from my side as of now. I'm going to make the update in regards to the Canadian dollar if necessary. I'm going to place some alerts for me to be notified eventually. We'll see. Don't forget that we have few Fed speakers and then we have Fed minutes. So I'm going to monitor the developments during the New York session and going to make necessary updates. Nothing for me for now. Nothing for me for now from the Canadian dollar perspective, guys. Let's check what we have on the oil approaching 53. I might be interested with the selling that one. I might be interested with the selling that one closer to 53.50, 54. Right, somewhere here. But as of now, you know, if you want to manipulate the indices, then you have to manipulate the oil market as well. That's how it works, right? Especially ahead of the US Open. So still waiting. Again, looking to short term, looking to sell bit of rally on the USD CAD, and then targeting 31.80, 31.55. If that's gonna be the case, if I'm correct, I'm gonna to close my short and buy medium term long with the possible 34.40 target or 34.4-ish. When it comes to the Canadian yen, I have to be patient towards the end of the day. All right, I'm going to look for some possibilities if they come, of course, from the short side. I'm already exposed, as you know. I'm already exposed a bit when it comes to the risk off, so I'm not in rush here to try to prove and try to build the risk off sentiment around. All right, guys, that's it from me. My pleasure to make this Canadian dollar update. Don't be trapped. I'm around, and I'm going to make an update if necessary. Take care and goodbye, guys.